Just out today, about 50 minutes ago, is a new initiative costing £730 million to help develop mental health care. But it has strings attached. This is a Conservative initiative. Talking therapies and counselling are being offered. £730 million doesn't seem a lot to structure that, but it's not just that. It's also going to replace sick note culture. It's going to be part of a reform of welfare, which Rishi Sunak thinks is a moral mission. And if those who can work, work. There'll be no shirking on Rishi Sunak's renewed tenure of number 10. Well, this sits oddly with the figure of somebody running off from the Normandy beaches halfway through the day, doesn't it? The two images where if you can work, you have to work. You have to do what you're required to do. You have to do your duty, unless you're Rishi Sunak. And then you skive off and go back to chat with people in ITN. David Cameron has said that why didn't he persuade Rishi Sunak that he was doing something stupid in leaving the Normandy beaches? And Cameron says, well, first of all, he says he's apoplectic. Well, that's nice to hear. And then there's apparently a limit to what a senior ex-prime minister can say to a sitting prime minister. I would have thought not. And there's also a theory coming out that Levido and Forsyth had already got a plan in place that Sunak should not be seen with any European leaders during the election campaign. And so this is about the Brexit optics. But this is also about some sort of madness, isn't it? And when you start looking into the plans which are announced today, which will apparently form some sort of plank, have I got the consonant right there? Some sort of plank in the Conservative election manifesto. This idea of stopping the sick note culture will mean that those who can work, and GPs will no longer be able to issue sick notes. A new department, an entirely new department of specialist work and health practitioners will be set up. And so even assuming once all that is there, once the people have been found who are going to do that job, are they going to be medically trained? Are they going to be socially trained? Are they just going to be pen pushers? Are they going to be an extension of the NHS bureaucracy? So presumably they can be found from any organisation. They don't need to be trained in anything. They just need to be given the job and the paperwork and the authority at the end of a telephone, possibly. To say, I have to do a security check. What's your name? What's your date of birth? What's your what was your first cat called? And then we make a decision. No, the computer says no. All of that is going to cost money, and the salaries of these individuals are going to have to be paid. As I say, are people going to do it on the telephone, or are they going to see them face to face? And presumably, if they're going to be seen face to face, that's going to be two trips. A trip to the doctor to declare that you've got your leg broken, and then a trip to this specialist centre. Will they have buildings, or will they be part of your GP surgery? Who will then say, yes, we think probably when all is considered, you don't have two legs sufficient to be able to work. Or, you could do it with one leg. You can hop around delivering post. I'm not issuing you with a sick note for that. Hop off. I think this is pie in the sky. I think this is more rhetoric than reality. What worries me is the information and the and the documentation that has been prepared to underpin this could well be picked up by another government which is eager to cut waste and cut welfare, reform welfare, and a lot of the targeting is almost certainly going to be on the PIP applications and people who have already gone through that misery once or twice are going to have to go through that misery yet again to prove what doctors have already established. Surely the bottom line is to say our medical practitioners know what they're doing. Let's give our medical practitioners the benefit of the doubt. But this is saying our medical practitioners don't know anything. We are going to make our own medical decision based on what we know, because we are health and we are health and work specialists rather than doctors. It's nonsense. It is nonsense. This is not reforming welfare. This is adding another level of bureaucracy to welfare. This is not putting more people who know what they're doing into welfare. This is putting more people who don't know what they're doing into the system of managing welfare. This is producing more chaos and more opportunity for managerial disaster.